Okay, good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. Lama control san la chansa lo, Orgyen sentient tamche Dzogchen Ranyak Patrul so. Thank you to Chokyi centro, Yanji Mata Dutch Ponjamp, Sergio Humbutavich. Chokyi Jarvoche la Kushansa, Jagar Pension Pola Karan, Bimanin Kula. Tarta Lunutsumbu Kananzo Orgyen Ranyak Thought and the Shroman Chuji in Pudun to Sansonji Woman. Ronsen Chuk wants to turn the Pazavalam Yabla Sorvan Dip. So son doing a gender changing, Yarson Maple Hivajala. Same chant on the near the Donchen Natambanam Junits are the so. Namar Ayer Tambalai get no loan no Yunke, Trumpatot on my again, Drova Kanji Dakits. Tam chicken the tune in your right. And concerning all the sentient beings, for benefit for them, we are studying how to follow the Buddha, how to study Dharma, which sort of to make the companion in order to do some benefit for sentient beings and to do some good things. There is a kind of the discipline, like kind of the some is like commitment, and in the Buddhist viewpoint we call the vows, and this kind of the commitment of the vows, it based the start, the foundation of taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And that is we are studying. And yesterday we are like the inner preliminary practice, the first chapter, how to take refuge, or the taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. First is the approach to taking refuge, how to take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. If we take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, precepts and also the benefit. Of course, there is such a kind of the benefit, and someone is really to take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas, and this person is naturally positive for the accumulation merit increase, and also to make the distance about negative activities, and according that, and all like kind of the visible sentient beings, indivisible sentient beings, and all any kind of sentient beings, and they're like kind of very happy, they protect us, they take refuge in us, they kind of put hope in us. And why we can to say it, there's a kind of the question, you say why? Because if you follow the Buddha, and that means you are imitating Buddha, that means you want to become the same as the Buddha. And when you are like, how you can become the same as the Buddha? Because you are learning how Buddha, he became the Buddha. And you study the Buddha's pit instruction or advice, you really like kind of the cast away your negative like kind of the action, negative movement from your body, your speech, your minds. you make the distance. It's a great, marvelous. And also according to that, you kind of the self good qualities, self-confidence, positive, and the aspect of your body, speech, mind, you developed. You are like kind of step by step become the genuine, relevant, and very much kind of the openness, penetrate, and truthful, and also it is like a example persons, and that is the really very important. And also when you are making the society of the Sangha, and also the like you are not make any kind of the societies, and you are not kind of making friend of the drug addict, alcoholic, and follower of the entertainment, and also like kind of killer, robber, gangsters. You are like kind of the make associate with compassion, kindness, and all the times are learning positive things to abandon or to riddance about the negative activities. And if you are make the associate this kind of the friend or companions, you also influence, you also become the genuine, authentic. And therefore, and any kind of the you contact to the three jewels, you all the times developing your positive aspect, then it's like a benefit for your family, benefit for your society, benefit for other sentient beings. Of course, there's no need to mention your own benefit. And yesterday we stopped this like kind of the paragraph. It says, nothing like kind of the undesirable way happen to you in this life, and all your wishes will be realized spontaneously. That is like kind of the telling the truth. And also it's like nothing kind of the undesirables will happen in your like kind of the life. And in the past, probably we have some undesirable or like unpleasant things happened because we never follow the three jewels, we never take refuge Buddha Dharma Sangha, we done so many negative things. This result enter right now. Now we understood, according to rely on our own peerless individual teachers. The teachers teach to us what is the right, what is the wrong, and we opened our own wisdom eyes. Then we understood right or wrong. Then it's like principally to rely on the three jewels and Buddha Dharma Sanghas. And then it's like we are cast or scattered to make the distance of our disturbing emotions or the negativities. Then it's of course we can to like almost at 100% to guarantee. You can say it's like we never receive any undesirable things happened in this life and also in the future lives. And also it's like we are become genuine, we become the like kind of the authentic. Then it's our wish like automatically, spontaneously can come. And you become the compassionate, you become like imitating Buddha, Bodhisattvas, like kind of the protector to all the other sentient beings. And all the other sentient beings pray to you about your long life, pray to you, it's like a good things. And this kind of the like saying, intention things affect to your inner life. and your like kind of the wishes naturally spontaneous can occur. That is, if you like yourself, if you want to do something, and it's very important to take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, study the Buddha's teaching. And also like kind of the beneficent, God will protect you. And all this who might do you harm, the demons and obstacle makers, will be unable even to approach you to you. And it is like when you are taking a refuge, and there is such a kind of the spirit, or like kind of the God of the local, God of the desire, God of any samsaric God. There is someone is like kind of the protecting to the others, helping to the others, particularly someone's doing the virtue or doing this benefit for sentient beings. There are some white gods. They help to us. You practice compassion, taking refuge Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, concerning the other sentient beings. They automatically protect you. Naturally, you don't need to specifically pray, offering sessions, dharmas. And you are like kind of the best your session is like follow the Buddha, develop the compassion, study the Dharma. Your best dharma is also to taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, particularly to study the Dharma concerning benefit for sentient beings. Then it's like any like kind of the white God or protectors naturally protect you. And all those who might do you harms it. Whoever maybe there's a black spirit like hammers, and like this kind of in the spirit, in the space, intangible things. And whoever doing some positive, the benefit of sentient beings, they have such jealousy, rivalry, competition. They want to make harm to you. But if you take the refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, those hammer, demon, obstacles cannot make to you something bad things, because they are unable, cannot to approach to you. There is a kind of the history, and this history is saying that once someone caught a thief and gave him a beating. There was one retreat, I heard. It is like kind of he was in the retreat, his own hermitage house. But then it's like some thieves, maybe it's like he want to rob from that. And he's like kind of sending his arm through the window. And then it's like, of course, inside this meditator's very quiet. He thought maybe no bodies, and he cannot open the door. And then it's like he wants to through the window. Window is very small, he cannot enter. But he can try to send his arm, hand, and as much as reach. Certainly someone's caught it. And to put the rope and tidy up the pillow, and then it's coming out with sticks. And like in the accompany each very hard blow of the sticks. He pick up the stick like kind of the small piece of the wood with a lion from the refuge prey to say like I'm taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. I go for refuge to the Dharma wax. Wax means the beating, like this. Says, I go for refuge to the Buddha, wax. I go to the refuge in the Dharma wax. I go for refuge Sangha wax. I go for refuge teacher wax. Like joke like this kind of, he like beat this the sticks a lot, and then so on. Then it's like finally I think he released him, and of course but having like kind of the inculcated those lines, like kind of his memorized very much strongly. This retreat is like, I'm taking refuge Buddha, I'm taking refuge Dharma, like this. What is, he don't know this like kind of prayers, but it's like with his pain, with the sound, and he's like this pray lines firmly into the robber's mind. Then it's the retreat, let him go. Of course, he don't kill. The robber spent the night under the bridge because he came and said a little bit very much pain. He cannot much go more further. He was tired and he go to under the bridge and he want to sleep one night there. And this might, his mind filled with the word of the refugee prayers, absolutely, along with the memory of the painful thrashing he had received. It is like kind of the very strongly beaten thrashing the hard received from these retreaters. And pain and birth is like a prayer, refugee prayer line is firmly into his mind. They think it's like, what this person's recite something to say, I go for refuge Buddha Dharma Sanghas. While he was lying, the whole troop of the demons. Of course, this is his stories. In the beside the like on the mountain, there was one retreat. Like one is he's in the cave. He look every night in this bridge. On the bridge there is a lot of demons, ghosts. All the times they are traveling, the troops of the many. But that night he saw like this troop of the demons draw near over the bridge. But then they are cried to say, cannot go through this bridge. There is someone here who take refuge in the 3 jewels, because they're very kind of the powerful. Even they cannot to move through the bridge. All like ran away, scream like says, let's run to escape, because there are someone's taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. They're like kind of this retreaters saw that, and then he was very strange at the bridge. Early morning he came and down and to look at the bridge. On the bridge there was one person asleep, and he went to there, are you okay? And this person said, yeah, but I'm in pain very much. Oh, what happened? Last night, I'm very sorry, I went to Robert, like one there is. Why are you doing like this retreat as you want? But they caught me and they beat me a lot. And also they say very strange things. What's it? Or they say, I go for refuge Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then it's each lines beat me. What does it mean? And then this the retreater, he has divine eyes. Then he said, oh, yeah. Reason that. Okay, I understand. Okay, never do again. And then he went back. His story is like this. There is no better way to dispel the else of these lives. When you have something is like kind of the else, or it's like obstacle maker, something is like this. If you want to dispel, to pacify something you are like kind of problem things in this life, then to take refuge from the bottom of your heart, like kind of really sincere with your devotion, with your perfect kind of the faith that you can to take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and then you can to dispel your all any like unfavorable any kind of circumstances. And not like this, and also in the future lives it will bring you liberation and omniscient. This is 100%. You taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas, you develop yourself about the positive things, meritorious, bring you liberation, and bring you state of the omniscient. It is hard to even imagine all the benefit of the refuges. If you take a refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas, it's difficult to hard believe how much is kind of the benefit, how much kind of the qualities, inconceivable. There is one Buddha's like teachings in the Immaculate, the Sutta says, if all the merit of the taking refuge, all the merit is like when you are taking refuge, where to take physical forms. And this is like kind of the how much meritorious, how much benefit, like when you are taking refuge all the time, Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas. This meritorious, if there's kind of to be the manifested physical form, then it's the whole of the space entire field. And even the space is maybe small contained, it's difficult to fill up. That much you have received, the meritorious. Whole not be enough to contain it. Maybe if you think, if I receive this amount of the meritorious, then I can to take refuge. Once I take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, then I have this amount of the merit. I immediately become enlightenment. Of course, maybe it is like, yes, but how much you accumulated of the negative deeds on the past life, maybe 1 or 2, 3 times recitations, maybe it's difficult to purify all your obscuration or negative deeds. Maybe if you are fully, utterly respect and faith, devotions you praise, maybe one moment everything is you can to purify it. Like taking refuge is the essence is the bodhicitta. Like for example, Asangas is like one moment he purified all the like kind of lifetimes the accumulated negative deeds, obscurations purified. 1 picosecond generated bodhicitta on the sick dog. This kind of the histories exactly the same and totally like kind of the from deep of your heart, sincere truth, likely to have faith, devotion to 3 jewels. Maybe it's like a few lines you recite, maybe become enlightenment. Like this. And also it's like the condensed transcendent wisdom. This is Pashot Pajina Paramata saying it's like this. If the merit of the taking refuge took form, all the 3 words could never contain it. Even the like kind of the 3 words, 3 word, desire, form, formless realms. This 3 world you can to say under the earth, middle and the top of the earth, and also above of the earth. Sometimes concerned that here is the 3 word is the desire realms, formless realms. It's impossible to fit, put inside. And also it's like could vast amount of the water, specifically like kind of oceans, like oceans, in all the great oceans, even we are measure with a quarter like kind of the paint scope, we can like kind of the to measure the how many letters on it. And what is the more it is the sutta of the, and but it's like same as the meritorious. When we take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, this received meritorious, how we can to calculate, how we can to measure. There's an unimaginable measurements. And also there is what is the more, it is the sutta of the heart of the sun, says. It's inside, they talk about a lot of the 3 refuges. He says, he who has made in the Buddha his refuge cannot be killed by the 10 million demons. And it's like kind of someone's taking refuge in the Buddha. Any kind of the demons, obstacles that cannot do nothing, cannot approach, cannot destroy, they cannot kill, like this. And also through his transcendent and has vows or be tormented in the mind, and it is certain that he will go beyond rebirth. And it is like kind of, if you really to take refuge, Buddha Dharma Sanghas, even you are like downfalls, you're like kind of the vows, and it's like kind of something in the problem, but you sincerely to go to take refuge, you can go to rebirth, go beyond the rebirth of the in the samsara. And like a kind of the Devadatta, he's done such a kind of the commitment, evil deeds, but then finally he from his like depth of the mind confess, take refuge in Buddha. He's become the born Buddha, the Buddha of the Pachika Buddhism. Like this, devoted yourselves like kind of the honestly, therefore to taking refuge, the basis of the all Dharma practice, for it benefit all immeasurable, and this kind of, and then it's like Patrul Rinpoche's last prologue and kind of the two saying, I have taken the threefold refuge, but have a little heartfelt faith. I follow the threefold trainings, like a kind of that means I take refuge in the Dharma, study in the Tripitakas, and try to the threefold training of the discipline, training of the samadhi, training of the wisdoms, but have let my and commitment slipped, it's a little bit kind of the ignored. Bless me and all those who are faint-hearted like me, and like kind of there's not very much kind of the caring person, careless, do not kind of thinking about something benefit, what is the important things. Careless person like me, can you please bless it to me? And like this is that our faith may be the firm and irreversible. and bless to me like some careless persons. Please to have more kind of the increase the irreversible faith. That is the explanation, taking refuge, which is the foundation stone of the teaching and the path. And like this is the most important. And now I think it's thanks, good luck, we are finished. And also I want to say thank you, and it's wonderful, and like this. And then maybe I want to like kind of to talking about generally speaking, and to taking refuge, it is the foundation stone of all the teachings and all the paths. We should to start like a refugee prayer at the beginning, and this is like kind of the leader of our daily practice. This is the first forward of our daily practice, like taking refugee prayers, like procedures, and to the other daily practice. And in order to our like kind of natural grounders, this concentrated one, unchangeable one, natural like kind of the empty nature ones. This is like kind of the endowed qualities of all the Buddha's three kayas, naturally present without being like kind of the fabricated. This is like at the beginning, intrinsically we have that. And this one is, of course, go beyond any kind of the elaboration. This is like the extraordinary. From this, like unfabricated this one, and this one is like itself is like this. But however, sometimes this kind of the wisdom of the Sangatangarbhasi, and there are some kind of the like the adventitious and kind of a little bit the like a temporary, we say it's like kind of the some is appeared, and this one is like we should to dispel, we can to say is obscured or adventitious, like kind of the stain. That one is the very important, we need to purify it. And also this adventitious stain and obscurations also is the realities comes from this natural ground, and this is like kind of the concentrated one, unchanged one, natural empty nature ones. But also it's like how we can to purify it, dispel it, and also need comes from the ground, and the antidote, and is like the tools, and principally like when we say taking refuge. When we are taking refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, very important our mind, because mind is need to take refuge, mind needs faith, devotions, and through kind of the necessarily to take refuge and to remove these adventitious stain, obscurations. And like that one is generally speaking, or the namely, there's a kind of the true obscurations that you know, the obscuration of the cognitive, obscuration of the defilement. And in order to kind of to purify it, eliminate, or it's like a kind of to go over, or like kind of out of this, we need to accumulate, we need to apply the Buddha's path, how he did himself, and it's like these things, and that is the very important. and then it's imitating how it is Buddha himself. He did at the beginning, taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, generate bodhicitta, like start the doing accumulation merit. In the middle is like he done all the accumulation merit, like a kind of the 3 eons, and finally he reached the like an inconceivable statement of the omniscient, and the Buddha is become such a kind of the mankind of the human beings. That is the most very important. Then maybe I don't want to many times blah 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 blah, and I want to slowly to close. Yes. And it's a very good, happy. We are going to almost we can to close like this. Then is do you have some questions? No question. Huh? Yeah, question if you have, good. No question, no problem.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Dinara Zai says, Dear Rinpoche, thank you. Best wishes for your health and longevity. Take care of yourself, please. The question is, where is the line between selling Dharma and not selling? Publishers cannot give away books for free. Translators, artists take money for their work. Is this all selling Dharma?
This is not, you can to correct kind of the to do when you're working, and it's like when you are kind of the selling, there is like a relevant price. That is no problem. This is you need your life. You do it, but sometimes try to sell the like statues, tonkas, books, to make the business, to develop your companies. That is a little bit kind of the difference. Otherwise, it's when you are translating, when you are like kind of the, for example, if you bring some statues or some tonkas from Nepal in Tibet, and then if like someone's asked to you help, maybe it's a shipping cost and makes like kind of the cost, and then it's like you spend something there is a little bit. This is not really bad, okay? You is like particularly motivations to help to the others. Sometimes we are just kind of the, if I'm sell the Buddha statue tonkas, maybe I will become the rich, I will become the like something successful. That is 100% not very good, okay? Yeah. And?
Thank you. Laurent Cavalina asks, good morning and thank you very much for your teaching, Rinpoche. I have never taken refuge in ceremony alone with you, but I took refuge several times during your teachings, and another time in Portugal at the same time as another student. I also do it during Nyondro in the morning. I think I do it sincerely. Is it enough?
Sincerely?
Is it enough? He's asking, this type of taking refuge.
I think you can took together, it's okay. then maybe in the future yourself you can to take, no problem. That's more good.
Thank you. Dechen Norbu says, Rinpoche, I once again humbly request you to briefly explain the rest of the Ati Yoga Samaya. I honestly believe it is important to make auspicious connection with you, this perfect Dharma.
Okay, Ati Yoga Samaya. First one is the Samaya of the absence. And the second Samaya is openness. And the third Samaya is spontaneities. And the fourth Samaya is the unity. These four are the Ati Yoga Samayas. The Samaya of the intrinsic absence of the all experience. This is the absence. You can to say it's emptiness. You can to say natural space. It's go beyond the partiality. It's go beyond the dualistic any expressions. Therefore, sometimes absence of the samsara, nirvana, good, bad, negative, positive, any. And then is the second, the samaya of primordial spontaneously openness. Openness. There's nothing kind of restricted. Absolutely open. Spontaneity. Or it's like kind of it's the openness. I'm sorry, I'm eating something. And then is the third samaya is the samaya of spontaneity. It is naturally, you don't need to collect, you don't need to abandon, you don't need to collect. It's naturally occurring, and spontaneously, everything is occurring primordially. And like a kind of the spontaneities. And like this, then is the third one is the unities. The samaya of the unity of the self and sprout awareness. Get kind of the one test. This is one test. Single pointed. One pointed. There's samsara and nirvana. There's only single test, single meaning. That is the last samaya. This each samaya, there are the kind of the boundaries. 4 things. First one is disclosure, assimilation, the bound and resolutions. Each one is first samaya of absence itself is 4, like a kind of disclosure, assimilation, bound, and resolution. And also its openness itself has the 4, disclusion, and assimilation, bound, and resolution. and spontaneity. Spontaneity also itself has 4: disclosure, assimilation, bind, and resolution. And also unity itself has the 4, exactly the disclosure and assimilation and the bound and the resolutions. And this is like a kind of the very important, but I just to give to name: absence, openness, spontaneity, unity. That is the 4 samayas of the Ati Yoga. More detail is we need study later. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Alan Dechen asks, how could the Buddha take refuge in the Buddha while he was not yet Buddha?
Who is this question?
Alan?
He was is like kind of the refuge vows during the Buddha Kashapani. And previous life there is he has seed of that. Not in his life. In his life, of course, he taking Buddha Dharma Sangha, but he himself is his Pachika, like kind of the Buddha. That's all?
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Then I'm very happy. Thanks. We are quite, it's good. This morning, today is the Dakinis day. Maybe someone need to make a torma, prepare for the talk. And we can to see this afternoon. I think I don't want to go to blah, 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 blah. I want to stop there. And I want to say, I have great wish to you. And please to continue to study. It's such a benefit for you. And when you study the Dharma, taking refuge in the Buddha, study Dharma, and to make the good society of the Sanghas, and also the very, very important things, to look at our own body, our own mind, our own mouth, and to correct. This is very, very important. Sometimes we become the like kind of the, Dharma instrument, ragdon. Ragdon, do you know ragdon? The outside is a very big mouth, very big. And this side is a very small, tiny. Never think like to turn inward, to look at yourself, and to correct, you should to make genuine yourself. Then is your family, myself, I'm very, very happy. Otherwise, we can't study together Dharma. I don't change nothing. You don't change nothing. It is like kind of the many years to study Dharma, and Dharma try to be families, to give suggestions. There's nothing positive development. Nothing can become the kind. More and more aggressive, more and more kind of the kind of the arrogant, more and more critical, more and more sensitivity, more and more concerned in the self-centered. Then it's useless. Really, really is like kind of the why we kind of the become families. Not really. For example, we need to go another some teachers. Really, I'm surely we need to follow the good teachers and to really respect, like some there isn't. Like maybe sometimes I'm thinking I'm stupid, I'm like kind of the ordinary, fake, and like this. Then it's like students, like sometimes many years still looks like same myself. Then I'm look myself, I'm never changed. Then it's very sad. It is like kind of, this never become like this. Each moment to study, become kind, become very, very much like calm, peace, gentle. It's like kind of all the times critical. Whatever you look at, this is not good, that is not good, this is not, who is good? I am good. Like a kind of the, I give advice, I want to teach to others dharmas, I'm correct. Not corrected. You are really to study Dharma, you changed automatically. Everybody love you, everybody is taking care of you. If you are not changed, you become very aggressive, you become very selfish, you become very, very much sensitivities. Then it looks like everybody provoking you, everybody criticize to you. This is your delusion, our delusion. If really, for example, I think sometimes everybody's like criticized to me, everybody something says, then certain to look maybe my behaviors. If I'm like kind of really to take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, I'm imitating the Buddha. I want to like to study the Dharma, and I take my own position. I do not like doing very well. I don't need to kind of to take refuge at the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas enough. Then it's naturally and automatically, who can to disturb me? Who can to say something? Like Mbirotana says, like if someone says the good, bad to me, it doesn't worry it. I realize the true nature of the realities. And someone says bad students, but I make pleased to my own teacher. Whatever they say like this. And if you like kind of the changing yourself, become kind, compassion, and it's like kind of the like this, then it's like doesn't matter whatever they say. Like this, I'm putting hope to you. You become the genuine. I'm like kind of looking forward, taking refuge into you and to become the genuine and like kind of become Buddha. And also I'm all the time is praise to say, I need to go to the hell. I will go to the like hungry ghosts. I will go to the animals. I don't want to go to some pure land or to be enlightenment. What? If like kind of my parents, my family, all the other sentient beings in the lower animals, I'm go to that some heaven or some in the Buddhahood. It's not fun, not correct. But anyway, I'm just ordinary kind of the persons. I'm all the time to put big hope to you, become quickly enlightenment, genuine, authentic, Bodhisattva, great teacher. If you are like kind of don't care me, just ignorant and like kind of the get rid of, okay, then what can I do? And like kind of I need to continue wandering into the samsara until beginless, until right now I done. And maybe also in the future like continue. But if you want to say, if you help me, please to change yourself, please to study the Buddha Dharma. That is the most important. You change, you become the genuine, you become authentic. So big present for me, big kind of kado. That is the Mailonla. That is like you kind of really kind repaid kind. The other things like a kind of the material things. And also I want to one mentioned, sometimes it's like organization or someone's like say, I'm now reducing something, I'm doing something like a monastery, it's like these things. Now I'm like kind of my own individual put effort, something to help to others. There is like kind of donations, something sending money, this kind of now is you never ever do it, okay? And need to stop, do not send me. If you're doing like this, I'm like kind of don't want to connect to anymore to you. And that is you need to remember. Then someone says like kind of the donation. If you really give me donation, you need to change yourself. You need to become the genuine. That is the best donations. Okay, Lord, thank you very much. All this during the, almost 10 days. And you studied very well. I want to thank you, appreciate. Then that's a conclusion, okay?
Can I read some words from students?
What you need to read. Okay, I will eat.
Miwa Koike, I greatly appreciate the teachings you gave us. Thank you so much. Hiroko Kawai, I prostrate to Patrul Rinpoche, who is like a sun that sends the light to all vegetation, always sending a light of equanimity, wisdom, compassion to our hearts. I'm really thankful to you, your precious teaching. Kumiko Okitsu, our precious teacher Patrul Rinpoche, please take care of yourself, of your health. Punsok Droma Emi Nakamoto says, Rinpoche, thank you very much that you continue to teach us in any circumstances. I appreciate very much your teaching, as you have answered on question I had in my mind. About suffering of my sickness, I will always think you are near me. Continue to practice seriously and will take all difficulties as my path. Nario Kameyama and Miho, our wonderful teacher, your teaching on perfect Buddha Dharma about bodhicitta and wisdom is always helps us in our daily life. Thank you very much. Everyone in Dharma City, we also highly appreciate your everyday live streaming of daily practices. Dear His Holiness Dalai Lama and Patrul Rinpoche, may you get good results through the vaccination from COVID-19. May you become more healthy, happy, and more long life. May everyone's wishes become true. We are looking forward to continuation of your teaching live stream. Hamako Oka, thank you Rinpoche and the interpreters for your precious time. I cry when I start to think how long we'll still be able to listen to the precious teachings of our Lama in our impermanent world, with our impermanent body and an impermanent mind. I was listening to your teaching, thinking about how much I appreciate this time when we can hear your teachings. It's really so precious for me. I have been thinking about patience and devotion for a few days. Then, 10 years ago, a sudden calming wind blew. I fell into a big hole, hit my head, and lost my consciousness. For 10 years, but waking up yesterday morning, I suddenly woke up from a long sleep. I remembered my way home, and my family cried. I almost gave up, but now I think I found my way back to home. Thank you for taking any opportunity to wake me up. I appreciate you sincerely. Please take care of yourself and live long. Please continue to give teaching to us. Thank you. Senya Machado, with faith, devotion, refuge, prostration, offerings, confession of faults, rejoicing, request, and continue teaching us dedication to all beings. We thank you, everyone, and you, precious peerless teacher. We rely on you fully. Please stay with us and continue guiding us on the path to liberation. From the depths of my heart, thank you so much for your instruction and your time. Dear Rinpoche, thank you for this wonderful teaching. Lena Petrovska, we want to express our deep gratitude to Rinpoche for the precious teachings and wish him good health and continue teaching us. Sasha and Anyam, dear Rinpoche, thank you for such a wonderful teaching. Please stay with us, teach us, give us your blessing until all beings become enlightenment. May your health will be good. May there will be no obstacles for your disciples. May the Dharma touches hearts of all sentient beings. Cecil, thank you for the precious teachings. Sangha of Patrul Rinpoche, thank you Rinpoche, best wishes of long life and good health. Anton, thank you dear Rinpoche, please continue Kunsala Michelon teachings. Techen Norbu, dear Rinpoche, please never stop teaching. Always stay on the crown of my head. Long life to you. Chloe and Yura, thank you, Rinpoche, for your kindness to bestow these precious teachings. How lucky we are. Please continue to guide us until all sentient beings reach enlightenment. You are in our hearts. Nadezhda Skvortsova, thank you so much, Rinpoche, for always great teachings. Please be more care with your health. We need you. Keep yourself. Please live many, many years. Strong health and big happiness to you. Clotilde, thank you so much, Rinpoche, to teach us about the base of all our studies. I take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha with great delight. Gusta Miranda, thank you so much, Rinpoche, for your precious, immeasurable teachings. Alan Dechen, I will do my best to fulfill your wishes, long life, and please teach us again. Our perfect teacher, our only refuge, our Buddha, your compassion is limitless, your kindness inexhaustible, the wisdom of your teachings infinite. Your every thought and action is caring for sentient beings. As boundless are the oceans and space, so is your generosity. You are a wish-granting tree, source of all the help and happiness. Your powerful teachings dispel the darkness of our ignorance and liberates us from the hell of emotions and actions. Is there anything more precious in this world? We supplicate you not to stop educating us with your priceless teachings. We could never thank you enough for your immense Dharma activities and kindness. At your feet we bow. Our only hope, the representation of the three jewels, Lama Rinpoche, we take refuge in you until we reach the heart of enlightenment. We offer to you our body, speech, and mind. May we be inseparable from you in all our lives. Thank you.
Beautiful mandala. Wow. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Also thanks to the organization. Thanks for all the lots of us. Thank you very much. Very great ceremony. Great like kind of latest. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sonamdaya tamche zikpanyo toni nipa dana pamye te yega nanchi valaban trupa. Sepen solen drogan droba sho shoncho sencho rumbo che machi pana hyejerach. Shiba nyamba meba don koni konda pera sho shiva kanda yonda lama. Dharme chuje bala long chuje sadon lamje yanten razot. Durjen chonga kompanyer to isho. Konda shepi shewa tamche tan toru yanten denden topa shu shema todo chudon. Tsurgyu drapa rong yu pa shu teyon lama tambani ye ye nyandong tsende chula shu pa shu chudon dene nimbu tante tse. Tsede sepa janso garwa shu sepa tambe chora tem. Yenpen drala shu ngar me pa ye lapjen yendon shore me pa ye tamche shangchi songji to par shu. Dodo tusan derwa ye getsa chenyen chi pa kas. Sentien tamche ka songji to pa jero ngo. Dinsan tusan sapa getsa kan tenrik sapa me pa yehi. Kursan yonda jembe jitani nilu zopa jembe londa ai. Kongri rarvi korve shinkamsa pendon dewa malu yongwa. Hieren zion tanzan jancho ye shapi santi parda tanje chi pardan lami kase temba tong kanya yon la dekhen. Dogen malu tsukso drabyon nyarda sonji salan go par sho. Karmara marme to yamara sabar chibro to manam no ton. Du yi chunan te tarata benza sato sa maya manipala yan benza sato te novati dandu me bava sutu yo me. Supuyo me bava narato me bava sarva sadame me tayaja sarva karma sazame zadam hirayama karo hon ha ha ho ban. Sarva taten kartam benzarma me mazam benzaba ma samaya sato ai. Omiya om benza anguroi ema sadahon omiya Sada